My sister stood in front of 40 people and said I was never there for her. It was her bridal shower. She held a champagne flute and her voice cracked just enough to sell it. My sister never shows up when it matters. She doesn't care about family. Not really. The room went quiet. Everyone looked at me. I sat at the back table, purse in my lap, and said nothing. Because inside that purse was an invoice. $18,000. For the honeymoon she was about to take. The one I paid for. Anonymously. How do you stay quiet when someone rewrites your entire history in front of everyone you know? I didn't cry. I didn't stand up. I didn't defend myself. Not yet, but I was about to. It was 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Where are you watching from? Drop your city and hit that like button if you've ever been completely misunderstood by someone you loved. Because what happened next changed everything.
Let me back up.
My sister and I grew up in the same house but lived in different worlds. She was the social one. Homecoming court. Endless friends. The daughter my parents showed off at parties. I was the quiet one. Straight A's, scholarships, the daughter they forgot to mention. I worked my way through college waiting tables and teaching myself to code at night. She traveled Europe on a credit card and dated a guy with a boat. When our parents died 5 years ago, they left me a trust and some stock. Not millions. Enough to feel secure. They left her the family home. She immediately resented me. You got the money. I got a house that needs a new roof. That's what she said at the lawyer's office. In front of everyone. I didn't argue. I just started helping her. Quietly. I paid off her visa. Twice. She never knew it was me. I covered her car down payment with an anonymous cashier's check. When she forgot her wallet at her bachelorette weekend, I paid for the whole thing. 6 bridesmaids, open bar. $1,200. She never said thank you. She just assumed someone else handled it. I'm a data person. I keep spreadsheets. I save every email, every bank confirmation, every receipt. Always have. I thought helping her would bring us closer. I was wrong. 3 months before the wedding, she called me. I need to talk to you about something. Her voice had that edge. The one she uses when she wants money but won't ask directly. Okay, what's up? Dave's parents think we should save for a house instead of doing a big honeymoon. But I've always wanted Bora Bora. I feel like no one in this family supports my dreams. There it was. You got the inheritance. I'm still paying off the roof. I just thought, maybe you'd want to help me start my marriage off right. I felt it in my chest. That old familiar guilt. I wanted to be generous. I really did. But I also knew that if I gave openly, it would never be enough. So I decided to give anonymously. I called her wedding planner. Wired $18,000. Covered the entire Bora Bora package. Flights, resort, excursions, everything. The planner sent her a card. From someone who loves you. My sister posted about it on Instagram. A photo of the card and a caption about guardian angels and mystery blessings. She never suspected it was me. 2 weeks before the wedding, she posted a story. Long, emotional, with that blurred background aesthetic. Some people only show up when it's convenient. Real family sacrifices. Real family stays. The family group chat exploded. My phone didn't stop buzzing. The messages came in waves. My aunt. Honey, why are you being so distant? A cousin. She's your only sister. Just show up. Then an email. From Dave's mother. Subject line, family matters. I raised my son to value family above all else. I hope you'll reconsider your priorities before the wedding. Your sister deserves support. I read it 3 times. She had no idea. None of them did. My best friend called. Just tell them you paid for the honeymoon. End this. I typed a response. Deleted it. Typed another. Deleted that too. Because what do you say? If I prove it, I'm petty. I'm the sister who keeps score. If I stay quiet, I'm cold, selfish, the villain in her story. At the bridal shower, her maid of honor gave a toast. To the friends who became family when blood relatives couldn't show up. She looked right at me when she said it. People clapped. I sat there with the wire transfer confirmation in my email. Dated, certified, stamped. But I couldn't move. I thought staying silent was noble. I thought it made me the bigger person. It just made me a target. I left the shower early. Told my sister I had a headache. She barely looked at me. At home, I opened my laptop and pulled up the folder I'd been keeping for 4 years. Family, do not delete. First document. Bank transfer to Luminous Travels and Events. $18,000. Memo line, Bora Bora honeymoon package. My sister's name. Her fiancé's name, the date. January 14th. 3 months before her Instagram post. 3 months before she said I didn't support her. There was an attached email. From the wedding planner. Thank you so much for this incredibly generous anonymous gift. I've confirmed the itinerary with the couple. They're over the moon. Over the moon. I took a screenshot. Saved it in a new folder. Evidence. I didn't send it to anyone. Not yet. I called my mentor. A woman I used to work with who survived a brutal family lawsuit over her dad's estate. Don't defend, she said. Illuminate. And only when everyone's watching. What's the difference? You're not proving you're good. You're proving she's mistaken. Big difference. I looked at the transfer receipt on my screen. That was just the honeymoon. I had 4 years of transfers. The next day, my sister turned her story into a full post. A glossy carousel, 10 photos. Her in her dress. Her and Dave on the beach. The bridal party. The caption was an essay. I've learned that family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up. Who believes in you. Who sacrifices for your happiness. She didn't tag me. She didn't have to. Everyone who knew us understood exactly who she was talking about. The comments poured in. You don't need toxic people. Blood isn't everything, babe. So proud of you for setting boundaries. 300 likes in 2 hours. My cousin sent me a private message. Just apologize so we can all move on. Apologize. For what? My uncle called. Look, just make peace. Give her a nice wedding gift. Show her you care. Be the bigger person. I'd already given her $18,000. Then Dave, her fiancé, sent me an email. I don't know what happened between you two, but Emma's really hurting. I think you should fix this before the rehearsal dinner. Family is everything. Family is everything. He had no idea I was the reason they were going to Bora Bora. The rehearsal dinner was in 5 days. 5 days until I was expected to apologize in front of everyone. 4 days until I'd had enough. I spent the next evening building a timeline. I opened every bank statement, every confirmation email, every receipt I'd saved, and I made a spreadsheet. Line 1, December 2019. Visa payoff, $6,500. She'd maxed out her card on Christmas gifts and a trip to Miami. I paid it off anonymously through her bank's online system. Line 2, March 2021. Car down payment, $4,000. Cashier's check. No name attached. Line 3, September 2022. Bachelorette's weekend, $1,200. She forgot her wallet. I covered it and told everyone to keep it quiet. Line 4, January 2023. Bora Bora honeymoon, $18,000. Total, $29,700. 4 years of silent support. I pulled up old text threads. There, a message from December 2019. I don't know who my guardian angel is, but someone just saved my credit score. I'm crying. Thank you, universe. She never wondered who it was. She just assumed she deserved it. I exported the spreadsheet as a PDF. 1 page. Clean columns. A grand total in bold at the bottom. I saved it with a password and emailed it to myself. Subject line, if necessary. I wasn't angry anymore. I was ready. I needed to understand one thing. Why? Why rewrite the story? Why lie? I met up with Jess, my sister's college roommate. Still a mutual friend. We got coffee. I asked her straight. Has Emma always felt like this about me? Jess looked uncomfortable. Honestly? Yeah, since high school. She stirred her latte. Took a breath. She's always felt like the second best sister. You got the grades. The scholarships. The career. When your parents left you the trust, it just confirmed what she already believed. That I was the favorite. That you didn't need anyone. And she did. Jess leaned in. The engagement to Dave was her proof she'd made it. But his family has money. Real money. It intimidated her. She needed to be seen as successful, as loved, as the daughter who had it all together. So she made me the villain. She made you the cold one so she could be the warm one. It was never about the money. It was about the narrative. I sat back. Jess touched my hand. She's not evil. She's just fragile. And she can't admit she needed you. I thought about that for a long time. Understanding her didn't mean accepting the lie. I knew what I had to do. I wasn't going to hire a lawyer. I wasn't going to post on social media. I wasn't going to humiliate her, but I wasn't going to disappear either. I made a plan. I would go to the rehearsal dinner. I would sit quietly. And if she continued the narrative, if she kept erasing me in front of my family, I would present the receipts. Not as revenge, as correction. I printed 3 copies of the financial summary, 1 page each. I put them in 3 envelopes. Envelope 1. For my sister. Envelope 2. For my aunt. The family matriarch. Envelope 3. For Dave's parents. I labeled them by hand, neat, professional. Then I drafted a statement on my phone. 48 words, calm, clear, firm. I've supported Emma privately for years because I love her. I stayed quiet because gifts shouldn't need applause. But I won't be rewritten. I rehearsed it once, just once. I packed the envelopes in my purse. Booked a hotel room for after the dinner in case I needed space. I texted my best friend. Tonight the truth comes out. Wish me luck. She replied immediately. You don't need luck. You have receipts. I wasn't going in angry. I was going in armed with the truth. The rehearsal dinner was at an upscale Italian place downtown. Private dining room, 40 guests. White tablecloths. String lights. A slideshow of Emma and Dave playing on a loop. I sat near the back. The maid of honor stood up first. Gave a toast about chosen family. About the people who really show up. She looked at me when she said really. People clapped. Dave's mom went next. Talked about the importance of loyalty, of sacrifice, of being present. More applause. Then Emma stood. She was holding a glass of champagne, and her eyes were already wet. I just want to thank the people who were really there for me during this whole process. My incredible bridesmaids, Dave's amazing family, our wedding planner who made literal miracles happen. She listed names. One by one. Everyone but me. I've learned that family isn't who you're born to. It's who chooses you. The room went completely silent. My aunt nudged me under the table. Say something. I stood up. My hands were steady. I pulled out my phone, opened my notes app, and I read, I've supported Emma privately for years because I love her. I stayed quiet because gifts shouldn't need applause. But I won't be rewritten. I reached into my purse. 3 envelopes. I walked to the head table, placed one in front of Emma. Inside is a summary of the financial support I've given you over the last 4 years, including the $18,000 honeymoon you're about to take. Her face drained of color. I handed the second envelope to my aunt. The third to Dave's mother. Everything's documented, dates, amounts, receipts. Dave picked up the page, scanned it, looked at Emma. My aunt opened hers. I watched her eyes go wide. Emma's hands were shaking. I placed one more thing on the table. A small wrapped frame. This is my wedding gift. It's a photo of us as kids. Back when we were just sisters. I looked at her. I gave quietly because I love you. But I won't be erased. Then I walked out. No yelling, no tears. Just truth. By the time I got to my car, my hands were shaking. Not from anger. From relief. I sat in the parking lot for 10 minutes. Just breathing. The next morning, I woke up to 14 missed calls. 6 voicemails. The first was from Dave. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Emma's processing. I think we need to talk. But I owe you an apology. A big one. The second was from my aunt. Honey, you should have told us sooner. But I understand why you didn't. The 6th was from Emma. Her voice was barely a whisper. I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. I think I've been jealous for so long I forgot how to just be grateful. I don't know how to fix this. I didn't reply right away. I took 2 days. Stayed off my phone. Went for long walks. Slept. Then I sent her one text. I love you. But I need boundaries. Let's talk after the honeymoon. She replied immediately. Okay. The wedding happened. I didn't go. I sent a gift from the registry. A nice one, public, so there was no ambiguity. 6 weeks later, Emma and I met for coffee. She looked different. Lighter somehow. I started therapy, she said. I'm working on my comparison thing. My therapist called it an addiction. She slid an envelope across the table. $2,000. Cash. It's not all of it. But I want to pay you back. I need to. I slid it back. Keep it. I don't need repayment. I need honesty. She nodded. Started crying. We talked for 2 hours. Set boundaries, real ones. No more anonymous help. No more performances. If she needed something, she'd ask. If I couldn't give it, I'd say no. Honesty over image. Gratitude over scorekeeping. A year later, we're cautiously close. We text every week. See each other once a month. It's not perfect. But it's real. I took the money I would have spent helping her in secret and started a scholarship fund for first-generation college students. I named it after our parents. Emma volunteers with me now, every other Saturday. It's her way of saying sorry without saying it over and over. I'll take it. Here's what I learned. Generosity without boundaries becomes invisible. Truth without cruelty becomes freedom. I didn't need her to rewrite history. I just needed her to stop erasing mine. So let me ask you, have you ever given in silence and regretted it? Or were you glad you did? Drop your story in the comments. I read everyone, and if this hit home, subscribe. There's more truth coming. This story is a dramatization, not legal or financial advice. But the lesson, that's real.